Aries returns from the grave. After the family grieved the loss of Aries in front of the entire land, they were now coming up with a plan to live their lives as if he were dead, even though he was still alive. They wanted to keep him dead in front of the world for as long as possible to keep their lives peaceful. Lady Ashley and Lord Germaine already knew that Lucifer and Lilith would somehow realize that Aries was bait because their senses are so high. The Star and Hermit family decided to send a duplicate of themselves to their children in the outside area of the Land of Taroc, where their children are currently living. Emperor Aries and Empress Sag was asked to migrate a little further before the war began from the messenger owl, in order for their plan to be executed. Duplicates of them were created to deceive citizens in the town in order for the plan to work. The Hermit and Star family still reside in the Land of Taroc, but the duplicates will stay and run the land with the original leader remaining, Lady Ashley, Kayla, Lord Gary, Lord Germaine. They sent their duplicates but will be able to feel everything and know everything as if they were really there. They all agreed that their families were much safer on the outside for now than the town itself. They headed out and they all joined their family. Aries and Sag were a little further away, so Lord Germaine and Lady Ashley joined them, their duplicates, and Lord Gary and Lady Kayla joined the rest of the family. When Germaine and Ashley joined Aries and Sag, they knew immediately that there was something different. Looked like they came just in time because they sensed that they would be grandparents and their senses was right. Ashley and Germaine were so excited to know that Aries and Sag was going to have a baby, but Lady Ashley got a vision. She saw 3 girls. Not only was Sag pregnant, but she was pregnant with 3 girls. Sag passed out when she realized she was going to have 3 at one time. It was easier knowing that she would be having 1 child, but 3 was altogether different. They weren't prepared for 3, but they had time to plan. It was still very early in the game. The Hermit and Star family were very excited about having their family extended, and they took turns visiting their other children while visiting each family in between. Empress Sag lost a lot of energy during her pregnancy, so Lady Ashley and Lady Kayla perform a few more duties than usual to keep the household in order. Lady Ashley and Lady Kayla prepared a meal for the entire family to have together, since it had been that long since they had all come together. Lady Kayla is very intuitive, especially when it comes to her girls. And she noticed that they all looked a bit more sluggish than usual. And she also noticed they all had been resting more. Lady Ashley mentions to Lady Kayla, "Is it mating season? I believe they all may be expecting and maybe even at the same time." Lady Kayla replied,
"I believe you are correct."
The entire family gathered around the table, and for some reason, April, August, Venus, and June all said at the same time, "We are expecting." The grandparents high-fived each other and hugged each of their children and congratulated them all with warmth and excitement. That night was truly worth celebrating. For the first time, everything truly felt like it was going well, but in the underworld, Lucifer and Lilith were coming up with a plan to get back at their former classmates for having victory over them twice. When they got their time from Spirit, they knew then that Aries wasn't dead because they weren't serving time for his death, but their punishment is to guard the underworld, and if any of them get loose that are behind bars, their sentence would be even longer. They are plotting to get someone else to do their dirty work from the underworld, so their former classmates won't see it coming. While all this is happening, Lady Ashley asked if she could have the honor in naming the girls, and of course, Sag and Aries loved the idea of that. "I would like to name them Iana, Meredith, and Tatiana Star." They absolutely loved the names, and they agreed to those names for their girls. They all hugged with excitement.